Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Havron. Today I'm going to talk to you about the advantages of homeschooling. With the unclear effectiveness of today's educational system, more and more parents have been making the move to homeschooling. When it comes to the nation's public schools as a whole, poll after poll shows that people are not very happy, and they've been unhappy for some time. Homeschooling is a form of school that can be done at home with a parent or parents as a teacher. Whether for religious reasons or because you live in a rural area, homeschooling has been a viable option for many families. Over the past few years, homeschooling has increased in popularity due to the negative traits of public schooling, such as ineffective teaching methods, long transit times, and destructive peer relationships. Public schooling has many limitations, from funding to strict lesson plans, which discourage the use of new and creative teaching methods in the classrooms. Since some students have difficult learning styles, it is hard to maintain an effective learning environment in the public school system. With homeschooling, however, the parent can pick up on the child's learning style and alter his or her lesson plan so the child can learn effectively. Because home education allows each student to progress at his or her own rate, almost 1 in 4 homeschool students are enrolled 1 or more grades above age level, as shown in this graph. Homeschooling can also open the door to new and creative ways to learn, which can greatly reduce the child's time progressing through each subject. Parents have been busy in the home ed classroom experimenting with fresh teaching methods, integrating computer technology, partnering with college, and in some cases, imparting religious instruction. Because of the variety of curriculum choices available to homeschoolers, parents have several options when it comes to material used for instruction. Not only are they given the freedom to teach core subjects, but they can also incorporate their child's interests in the curriculum. Skills such as woodworking, cooking, managing money, and shopping for healthy food on a budget can be learned through real-life interaction and projects. The advantages of homeschooling are both personal and practical. Many children that live in rural areas or even suburbs have to forego long bus rides to and from school. These long bus rides give children added stress and less time at home. Children with the longest rides are also reported little time to do homework, especially when compared with children who walked or had short rides. Even though it is only an additional 30 minutes or so out of the day, this useless time spent on a bus can be a very unmotivating aspect of a child's academic day. The time spent on a bus every day can also lead to negative peer influences. One study showed that because younger children were required to ride the bus with older students for relatively long periods of time each day, parents were concerned about the influence that older students would have on the younger ones. The endless amount of peer pressure and uncomfortable situations that children have to endure in public schools can be very detrimental towards a child's daily aptitude. Things like sexual harassment can take place at any school activity, in the hallways, the classroom, the cafeteria, field trips, or at any other school-sponsored area or event. Public school students are also exposed to verbal and physical assault, drug abuse, and sexual misconduct. While it is true some students escaped unharmed, why take the risk? Homeschooling takes children away from these pressures and puts them in a more comfortable environment where they can maximize their learning minus peer distractions. Alex Rosalind mentions how there are other avenues of interacting with peers while being homeschooled. Hamilton mom Christy Crawford, who homeschooled 3 of her 5 children, connected with other families through a local homeschooling association that organized really cool outings almost every day of the week, such as bowling, rock climbing, French lessons, visits to orchards, museums, libraries, and historic villages. Homeschooling is not for everyone. it does require a lot of time and effort to teach your children the best way possible. However, homeschooling can be a great option for those that want to get their children out of public schools and can't afford private schooling. Researcher Brian D. Ray, president of the National Home Education Research Institute in Salem, Oregon, found an analysis last year that 16,000 homeschoolers ranked in the 77th percentile of Iowa tests of basic skills battery scores. With the advantages of teaching methods, location, and non-peer distractions, homeschooling has proven to be a viable and effective method of education. Thank you.